This video serves as a general guide for assembling your Blix Aveny Skyline. We recommend consulting a professional mechanic or Blix support to further assist you in the assembly, service, and maintenance of your bike. Say hello to your new Aveny. Here we'll show you how to assemble your bike in just a few easy steps. If you'd like written instructions, you can find them on the Blix website at support.blixbike.com. In the packaging, you'll find a parts box that includes the right and left pedals, the battery charger, the front light, 2 spoke reflectors, a quick release skewer with 2 small springs, and finally, a toolkit which includes 3, 4, 5, and 6 mm Allen wrenches, a dual-ended 8 and 10 mm wrench, and a dual-ended 13 and 15 mm wrench. If your bike was shipped with the battery, the keys will also be included. If not, your battery and keys will arrive separately. To install the handlebars, begin by removing the 4 bolts and stem cover from the handlebar stem using the Allen wrench. Place the handlebars centered into the stem, using the grooves as a guide. Then, re-secure the stem cover using the 4 bolts removed previously. Now that those are all in place, tighten each bolt evenly to make sure the handlebars stay centered in the clamp. To install the front fender and light, remove the fender bolts from the fork crown and the fender eyelets using the Allen wrench, then set them aside. Place the front fender and front light at the fork crown and secure it with the bolt you just removed. Connect the light cable between the fender and fork by aligning the arrows on each side. Make sure the arrows are aligned to avoid damaging the attachment. At this point, you can attach the fender struts to the fender eyelets using the corresponding bolts. Now you're ready to connect the front wheel. Find the quick release skewer in your parts box and remove the skewer nut and one of the 2 springs from the skewer. Then, push the quick release skewer through the axle of the front wheel from the side opposite the brake rotor disc. Add the spring back onto the skewer, with the small end of the spring facing the bike's hub axle, and the large end resting against the skewer nut. Install the skewer nut onto the end of the skewer, leaving just enough space for the fork dropouts to be inserted. Once the quick release skewer is on, slide the wheel into the fork, making sure that the front wheel is fully seated in the front fork dropouts, and the brake rotor disc slides into the brake caliper. If you're having trouble getting your front wheel on, make sure the brake cable is loose enough. With the quick release lever open, tighten the skewer nut. Clamp down the quick release arm to firmly attach the wheel to the dropouts. You should feel firm resistance when closing the lever. If you don't, tighten the skewer nut just a bit more. If the lever feels too tight and doesn't close, loosen the skewer nut. Once you have it nice and snug, you can move on to the next step. Installing the seat is as easy as inserting the seat post and clamping down the quick release collar. Before installing the pedals, you want to determine which pedal is the left and which is the right. Check the end of each pedal's axle for an L or an R. The right pedal should be installed on the side with the chain and gears. Start by threading each pedal onto the crank arm using your hands. Once they're on, finish tightening the pedals securely using the 15mm wrench. The left pedal is reverse threaded and tightens in the opposite direction. To add safety reflectors to your wheels, grab the reflectors and a flathead screwdriver. Start by removing the nut from the reflector using the flathead screwdriver. Then, hold the reflector against the spoke and adjust to your desired height. Reattach the reflector nut and tighten using the flathead screwdriver. You can customize the fit of your bike with a few quick and easy adjustments. The seat height can be adjusted by opening the quick-release seat post clamp. Find your desired seat height and close the clamp. The seat post has a minimum insert line that is visible on the post. Make sure the seat post is installed far enough in the frame to cover the minimum insert line. The handlebar angle can be adjusted by loosening the bolt on the underside of the stem with the Allen wrench. Adjust to your desired angle and resecure tightly. Lastly, make sure your tires are inflated to the recommended PSI, which can be found on the side of the tire. Before riding, check that your brakes are adjusted properly. You can do this by checking that the brake levers stop about halfway when depressed. You can find our brake adjustment guide on our channel for more information. Please see the Blix Owner's Manual included with your bike for more detailed information on safe operation and safety checks before your first ride. Consult a professional bike mechanic if you need assistance making these final checks. Now that you're done with assembly, perform any final safety checks before your first ride. Then, get out there and enjoy your new Aveny.